Welcome to the 215 Beauty Salon. We got Nene on hair, Bing Bing on makeup, and they're getting ready for graduation. There's the graduate right there. Ling Ling, the graduate. Ling! Wow! Wow, look at Ling Ling. She looks very nice. Yes, we're going to open up a beauty shop here at the 215. What did Kyuki ask you?
She said if she can what did she do to make my nose longer?
Right.
I told her no matter what you do, even a hollow block you put, they can make my nose longer. Ayun pagkating ko. Go.
Look out. There's Ma.
We need to hide the candy.
We need to hide the candy. We need to hide candy. This is a, what do you call that?
Garland.
Garland? It's a garland. This is what they do for graduation. Put a bunch of candy on it. Put a few pesos on it. But we have a candy bandit. The candy bandit is Goy. Goy, you want some candy? No. Wow. He's a candy bandit. Alright, so I was told 3 o'clock, but like typical everything else here, 3:30. 3:30, but I wanted to come down here and show you like the school. Show you what like a typical school looks like here out in your barangays. I mean, there's so many of them all over the place. But the main school where the kids go for high school, that's in Dapa. But as you start getting out further, you have elementary schools and everything like that that are just scattered about. Nothing, I mean, here you go. I'll show you. Hello. Here's Ling Ling's school. This is where Nene went to school. I think Ling Ling's class is right there. Batu's class is there. Two Tips class is there. They go what, kindergarten here? Kindergarten, right? They do preschool here, kindergarten. Yeah, like kindergarten to 6th grade. That is what your little elementary holds here. But you see it. Yeah, grade 1 to 6 in kindergarten. This evidently was probably a project. Probably a project of something. They were maybe growing something. But it's nothing big fancy. Not like back in the States. No big playgrounds for the kids to play. Graduation ceremonies over by the basketball court. There's a rooftop or a building that has a roof on it, and that's where it's held. There's no auditorium. There's not even basketball courts here. None of that here, but it's nice. Like, they keep these schools nice and clean. Most of the time, the parents are the ones that will contribute money to the school and, you know, to help with the paint and things like that. They don't get, I'm sure they get some money. Hello. I'm sure they get a little bit. Here's a little wash station. Kids to wash their hands and stuff. Look at the handprints all over the place, right? But nothing big, nothing fancy. I don't even know if they have I'm sure they have a principal's office somewhere. But you see it. You see it. I don't think any of the classrooms are open for me to show you, but they're simple classrooms. Looks like they got a projects going on back through here. They're simple classrooms, outdated desks. To be honest, a fan. There is no air conditioning. Kids are not going to sit in air conditioning. Just doesn't happen, of course, unless you go to a private school. You see it. The windows are got the bars on it, and it's open, air flowing through. But boy, man, could you imagine that? Oh, there's the water supply tanks right here. But could you imagine that? Going to school with no air conditioning? Could you do it? Could you do it? Here's classroom right here. I don't know how well you can see in there, but you see the desks in there. There's maybe 15, 20 kids at the most. Chalkboard, teacher's table right here. Up there's a fan, water over there. But that's your typical schools here in the provinces, out in the barangays. Now, of course, you get into a bigger city, the schools have been nicer. Here's their class right here. Right there. That's their class. I know it's their class because we were in there for a meeting one time. So this is 6th grade right here. And there's only one 6th grade. Only one 1st grade. Not many kids. So anyways, heading up the road here and getting ready for the graduation and the graduation party. All right, so that's where the ceremony is, right here. Right there, the kids are in there, the parents are in there. We are just waiting for distinguished guests. Once we get the distinguished guests here, the ceremony will start, right? As you can see it's open air, no fan, no air conditioning, nothing like that. But that's just the way it is. You know, that's just the way it is. They used to do a full graduation with the toga and the hats and everything like that for kids graduating from 6th grade into 7th grade into high school. And they also used to do it for 10th graders graduating out of 10th grade into 11th grade. But they stopped that a couple years ago. I don't know why, but they stopped that. And I'm sitting here counting. There's 4 boys and 11 girls. So that makes 15 kids that are graduating in in their classroom. But once again, we're still waiting for the distinguished guests to arrive, right, Nene? I thought I was a distinguished guest. Huh? Nene, I thought I was a distinguished guest. No? No? All right. There she is. Look.
Yes.
What is the proud parent?
Yes, look at me.
Proud parent. When's the show getting on the road?
No clue.
No clue.
Yeah, the thing is, they're saying that they're in Hubang.
So they're doing a couple graduation show.
Thing, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it wouldn't be a party if people
And
weren't late.
Of course, it's not gonna be it won't be party. It's gonna be miracle if we are on time.
Yeah.
Remember.
Coconut head. Coconut head joined the ceremony. Blackie walked up front. What's Blackie? Look at Blackie. Blackie and Coconut head are here. Oy vey, oy vey. Look at that.
That's.
Coconut head.
Oh my gosh.
Requesting the guardian of Morgado and Larissa to come up on stage. Morgado and Larissa will also receive the academic award from Governor Herbert Lyndon East Barbers. Bronze Medal Award for Academic Excellence with a higher Valenjoy A. Word Honor. To our STEAM Education Program Supervisor in Kindergarten, Mrs. Los Sandra R. Fernandez, Senior Education Program Specialist HRD, Mrs. Pirosana D. Tisorna, Public Schools District Supervisor, Sir Joseph D. Solana, our dynamic barangay captain of Barangay Santa Fe, Honorable Emmanuel E. Ihapon, our beloved school head, Sir Erwin A. Gusila, honorable guests, dedicated teachers, dearest parents, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant afternoon to all of you.
There she is, the graduate. She graduated top of her class, right?
Yeah.
Yep. What made these flowers today? How many ribbons you got? Two? Two. Congratulations, Ling. Good job. Good speech. You did a good job. We could hear you. Rommel didn't have to yell at you and tell you to speak up. She practiced her speech for me last night, and she did really good. She, like I said, graduated top of her class, and she did the final speech to her classmates and everything like that. Coconut Head, how was graduation? I don't know if you've seen it on film, but Coconut Head was walking down the aisle with Ling Ling. Yeah. Hey, if they can get there, they're going to get there, right? But Coconut Head was there, and even Blackie was there, but Blackie kind of laid down. You know, he was a good dog. He well behaved. Unlike Coconut Head, who he felt he had to escort Ling Ling down the aisle. There's the other graduate, Tipsy. Not even 10 minutes out of graduation, and there he is working on his motorbike. Yeah, typical boy, right? Oh, here comes the other graduate. Wow, there she is. What's your award for? What's your award for, Ashley? What's that for? What is that award for? What is it? Huh? Athletic. Oh, athletic. That's right. Yeah. She competed. She competed this year in an athletic thing for her school. All right, guys. So if you're not familiar with Ling Ling and her story, and her brothers and sisters, Ling Ling is my wife Lut Lut's niece. All right. The mother died years ago. Ling Ling was just a little kid, and she really doesn't remember her mother. I have one photo of her mother. There might be another photo out there somewhere, but she's doing good. You know, it tugs at my heart, you know, with the situation these kids were put in. They weren't put in that situation. I mean, things happen, right? Just the mother got sick and passed away, but it's like I had said to Ling Ling, I said, you know, your mother is smiling down from heaven. She's got a big smile on her face, and she's very, very proud of her, as we all are. So anyways, that's her story. They're cooking food. We're gonna go eat. I'm not gonna bore you with what we're having. Your typical Filipino party food. Pansit canton, chicken, fish, lumpia Shanghai, a cake of course. But it's been a good day. It was very, very interesting. I had a good time watching the graduation and how they do it. And there were little hiccups along the way, but you know what? They all graduated, and good for them.